Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams. I'll talk to you again at halftime, but for the call of this one, let's send it out to our EA Sports broadcast team. It's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started.
And we are underway here in Los Angeles. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott.
I love his mobility, and I think he continues to get better and better as a pocket passer. But how about just his plain intangibles that he brings to the position? Mental toughness, as well as a physical presence that helps power any offense.
A first down throw for Prescott. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for him.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
76. Like 20.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Here we go. Like 20.
On first down, it's gone. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely, great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now a play fake here on first down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's Goff. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Trying to get it to Woods. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above. We're going to play, and they responded to the challenge.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
The first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this one down.
Straight runs.
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott. And it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
On third down, it's Prescott. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And we'll see what the decision is here as they've got a 4th and 1 coming up. And his kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
This is taken at his 4. Charles, help me break down the Rams here as we get to the home stretch of the season, because they still have one of the best records in the NFL. But after that wild Monday night win over KC on November 19th, haven't looked as sharp.
And sometimes when you have a streak that they carry around and they're playing at such a high level offensively, any dip looks like the worst dip in the world. But they have had their struggles. Quarterback Jared Goff, his quarterback rating at Chicago, and then again against Philadelphia in Week 15. Definitely took a hit. They have not been the team we have seen before, and teams have figured out a little bit of a formula to make it harder on them offensively, but I wouldn't put it past head coach Sean McVay to get it figured out and get that team back on track, because once they hit the playoffs, I still think they'll be a team that no one really wants to play.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, after those plays, the offense coordinator has feel like he has balance in his favor. Threw it, then ran it, both for nice chunks of yardage. Now he feels like he's got things going in his direction, but the defensive coordinator, his guys are off balance a little bit. How does he set up, and what does he plan for on the next play? Is there a tendency there he can lock in on and maybe set his defensive call?
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
From the red zone now, gone. And stopped it.
Changes things a little bit, because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Again, zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired him. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Well, partners, the Cowboys come back out here. I want to ask you to assess the season, the first couple months of the year for Dallas. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis. Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
This is taken at about the 14. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor, maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that. Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain at 21 yards. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First down, Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Prescott on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards.
Our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Prescott going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
26.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Then he finds Beasley, complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. They'll throw again. Prescott. And now running right through it. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports halftime report. This one has the look of a game that could very well go down to the wire. Just 1 point separating these two clubs at the break. But they're ready for the second half, and we...
Action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now it's Gurley. Fighting through it, he's got space. Still going. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big run there by Gurley. And even 60 yards for him on the ground. So Gurley gashes the defense. And a lot of people say, do you take running backs early first round? Do you want them that high? Surely you're happy you took Todd Gurley that early.
Without a doubt, Dr. Seuss. I love the way that got done by you. But even better, it's fun to watch Todd Gurley run the football. He is electrifying.
I want you to know that I did not mean to do that. And he's brought down. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th.
Able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Hey, lift!
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They come out here in the eye. On the keeper, here's Goff. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Jared Goff scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Rams are in for 6.
Partner, Partner, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterback, so they get low the line. They did their job. It's the quarterback's job just to find a crease.
But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
Cut. Like 20. Go, slow, go. Hey, lift. Lift. Lift.
After the run, Goff going to throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road.
Now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Prescott looks to throw on first. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll run with Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 39 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense. Get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. He sort of just keeps chipping away at this defense. Hasn't had a spectacular game, but here in the third quarter, that they've known all game long that he's there.
He's the type of guy that frustrates you if you're playing defense, because when you think you've taken away something or you think you've got him in check, he comes up with another catch, the chains move, or he finds a way to get into the end zone. He's that guy that drives you crazy, and offenses love him.
He's hoping to drive him more crazy here coming up. They go play action here on first down. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop.
Pick in the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Go. 180. Motion man. Watch 12.
Goff now to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle, and that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now a first down throw. Goff. Flushed out right. He's going to let this. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. He got 29 yards that time.
Louis.
Now it's gone. Eluding the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
To the air again. Goff. And he slings one that's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And now another one thrown incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I could understand it, but it's almost like you heard a whistle or something to stop this swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They give him a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
10th carry now for Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make
And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. They convert on third with a gain of 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Cowboys have broken the tie. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. They do tack on the extra point as well, and that makes it a 17-10 score. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last.
As they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, 39 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37. Round the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do they do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Now Prescott. And this one caught by Beasley. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Prescott to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now it's gone. Before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, Shell.
Now Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Wolf. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Robert Woods with time running out. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. So the situation very simple here. Late game, down 7. They've got to get it in the end zone.
And the best players know how to be calm in these situations because you know right now his pulse is like a jackhammer. So how does he rein it in, make sure the team has a little bit of calm, coupled with that sense of urgency? Got to walk that line a little bit.
With time running out, and the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Cut. Hey, 20. Louis.
Goff now to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this one is incomplete. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. I'm in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term, momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Cut. By 20. Ric Flair. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Dula.
Now Goff on first down. He's going to rifle one deep. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, so long from Exposition Park in L.A.